All right, but now bear with me. Like, how do you guys like? I know you've run into them. Everyone does. How do you feel about those people? Like, oh, you're playing GTA with your friend or maybe by yourself, and then you get into a lobby, and all of a sudden you're immersed with these unique individuals, right? That's I feel like that's a safe word.
You can
Unique
call them characters.
characters. Yeah.
Characters is a good word for that.
Well, they have main character syndrome.
So so they're in the 17.8%. I say.
Yeah, they can't play Among Us because their influence is too strong.
I see.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
So
But
I
I
don't
mean,
know. I think it's incredible that how easy it is to find out. I feel like other people don't get them as much as we do, but I hope they do. It might make me feel a little bit better. I feel like we just get immersed with these people arguing about the silliest stuff, or just the most unfortunate circumstances or events. It's
Oh
almost
my
like unbelievable. You watch stuff happen and you just like look around like, am I being punked right now?
Yes.
And, like, I got to be on a YouTube video.
where's the
somewhere.
camera? Where's the camera?
You want to bring up a specific situation?
Dude, oh my! We have the thing is, like, it's a double-edged sword. It's so bad, but it's so good in the long run. Cause, dude, you have no idea, Blave. Me, Sav,
No, I
and
don't.
Wyatt, and Josh too. Some of them. We have like so many like. If I say this line, Sav is gonna laugh because it's gonna like recall a meme, like, a character that we met. Dude, Sav, please, you don't have to slam the door so hard. Maybe next time think about going a little easier. Like. Just the history behind it. That meme right there is literally on Smite. We're playing Joust, the 3v3 game mode. It's me, Wyatt, and Sav, and we're playing it. We're not like crazy, but we're really good at the game. I'd like to think so. At least Smite guru. But we're playing and we're kind of just destroying people, right? Winning. We won like 3 games, 4 games in a row. And we go on like a long winning streak that night. We get into another game. We beat some guys like horribly bad, dude. Like it was like 10 minutes because you can forfeit after 10 minutes. Before 10 minutes, we were already like hitting their Titan. Like it was really bad, and they didn't surrender. And we weren't gonna kill the Titan. We wanted them to surrender, and they literally took honestly the ass whipping for like a whole like 40 minutes straight in Joust, the tiny 3v3 map. And then we finally, the fire minions ended up killing the Titan. And then they're like, yeah, you didn't have to slam the door so hard. We weren't going to surrender though. LOL. It was really fun. And I don't know, what do you even mean? Didn't have to slam the door? They were getting mad because we were like beating them. Like, but you have the option to forfeit. You're literally like a masochist for just like taking it like that.
I genuinely want, this gets me so frustrated because it's not even in like these type of games. It's like anything. What type of enjoyment, what type of joy do you get out of absolutely getting annihilated? Like there's some real people who are like never surrender, never give up. Like I'm all for that mentality, but like at the end of the day, it's a video game. Like I don't know.
I'm not. I
don't
can't.
know.
I don't know. That is a real thing because I have seen people throw some crazy games in Dota.
No.
But for the most part, and like in Smite, I know what you're saying, and sometimes it is better just to F6. Like if you're not taking.
Like casuals, these kids are just
F6 and go next. Like there's no reason.
they're just delusional, or like like Moise said, masochists. I don't know. They enjoy the ass whooping.
Yeah, that's why I had to quit League, is that I had the worst time trying to get through a match a lot, just because we'll be 20 minutes in and we'll be getting the absolute shit kicked out of us, and it's like, all right, are we gonna sit in here for another 15 minutes and waste time, or do we just forfeit and go next, right?
Yep. And
I don't
and just
understand the mentality of
sitting
don't
there and
quit.
taking it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, I know
It doesn't,
winning
yeah.
isn't everything, 100%, but like I don't think it's fun to like spawn, get killed as soon as I spawn again.
There is a formula to this, and it's just specifically a thing that professional Dota 2 teams do from the SCA region, that sometimes it's better just to surrender early. Like you can admit, like we got bad matchups, we got outdrafted, something went wrong, we can attribute it to this, and we're not going to shake because you practice. If you're a professional player or a professional anything, you practice something, right? And the second that you start deviating from what you practice, that's where things are going to start getting bad for you. It's not just about if you're a professional, it's in any game, in anything. If you're doing something right, you want to replicate it. And they believe that sometimes it's better to surrender, go next, don't do any mental damage to yourself, and just go reset, and come back in the next game. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with admitting defeat, admitting there's an outdraft, there's a bad matchup for me. I didn't play this the way that I should have. It's a learning experience, and you come back stronger in the next game. Don't force yourself to hammer and iron for 35 minutes. You're not going to get anything out of it, and you're going to be too mentally fatigued to do anything after it.
I want to play devil's advocate, and I will say that I have been on the other end of the stick getting my absolute ass kicked in, and just for the meme of it, just to waste their time, I do some. Doesn't happen all the time, but when I'm in the mood, I do mess around and I just, kind of troll, wink, wink.
Oh,
but
so you're enter.
Clicking from behind is a good skill to have in these games. But if you're playing normals, it's like I just want to have fun. This is not fun. Let me go next.
Yeah, and it's not like you're not getting any like these kids are not getting any better from like getting annihilated like 0-50 on the scoreboard. Like you're not learning anything, you're not progressing, you're not getting any better.
Exactly.
But I know this is like kind of different, but the same like situation, I guess. How do you guys feel about like? I know in a lot of like Eastern games, like Japanese games, Korean games, even Chinese games, they like you can't play it unless you have like a Korean social security or Japanese social, and you have to link it to all this stuff.
KMS.
How do you feel about like limiting players? Like, because I'm sure you guys play, I don't know, CSGO or something, and you have the one dude with 500 ping playing from like the middle of like Taiwan, doesn't speak a hint of English. So like in a way, like in a sense, isn't it like kind of grieving the game because he can't communicate with you guys? 1, 2, he's lagging.
A big issue in PUBG at one point, wasn't
it? Yeah, it was. It happens. It's an issue with a lot of games like that. People from like they don't limit it to a region. So therefore, people from other regions come, and it kind of, I mean,
it is griefy. It definitely feels like it is kind of game ruining. But at the side, though, games are meant to be like commercialized, and they keep being more all over the place and enabling people to play with each other. That's just what they're gonna do.
I think when you talk about like if you're talking about like the competitive aspect, like I think everybody wants to win, and if you put your team at a disadvantage because you're risking, playing on another server with that ridiculously high ping, I think that just ruins the game for like everybody. Because I mean, like especially in Smite, you guys know this, like there's a lot of people from other regions playing on North American servers, and some of them are really good. Like there's a professional Smite team that's all from EU, and they kick ass. They're really good, but they were at the bottom of the bracket because they're playing with over 100 ping. And I mean, not that those are really bad players, but they're playing at a disadvantage willingly because they want to play where, I don't know, I guess the best of the players are.
Because NA is free.
Yeah. EU over NA.
Yeah.
EU over NA.
I mean, I'm sure if I asked Sav, if you could choose to play every single day EU matchmaking over NA matchmaking in Dota 2, what would you choose?
No, he choose South America.
Oh wait, hold on, that's a good point.
For sure.
Sav?
Brazil server.
Sav, what region would you like?
Say that one more time.
What region would you prefer to play in Dota? If you could just play on that region with great ping every day.
Probably in Europe, more than likely Europe West. I would rather, if we're talking just to get better, I'd rather play in Russia, but I don't think I could handle the mental pressure of playing on Russian servers.
Yeah, I was gonna say they get
everybody who I know that is a Dota player that plays in North America specifically. Like they either play for the Evil Geniuses or they play for some team or something that where they're stationed in North America, or they're a North American player that plays for a European team, so they spend the majority of their time in Europe. They say that the difference between of enjoyability between North American pubs and European pubs is it's not even comparable. The North American pubs are so toxic and everyone is just screaming at each other. Everyone wants to play hard carry. No one wants to play like a team. It's just a bunch of people who all want that one next to their name. And the European pubs, while they can be frustrating and, you know, you may run into any problem that you're going to run into a MOBA, it's just not as toxic. The Russian servers are pretty toxic. SEA servers are pretty toxic. This is from what I read. I've never played in any of these regions, so that's just from what I read. It seems that EU West is the preferred region to play in Dota.
What I find actually insane, and a lot of professional players in, you know, any game do it, the like skill gap between like North America and like some of these European, Asian teams specifically. Like I remember I would see a lot of people in League when League was a little bit more popular back then. Like, I don't know if you guys know Bjergsen from TSM.
Yeah.
He would
Sindra.
he would queue these Korean he would join these Korean queues like in the Asian servers, and they were just like insane, actually insane. Like your gold is like bronze over there. Your like diamond is like silver at best. It was actually insane.
So this is actually a really, really good point there's to bring up, and why I love competitive Dota so much. And I really am gonna like kind of ping myself as being the Dota fanboy of this podcast that we do.
Yeah.
I love the international aspect of Dota, and that there really isn't like a single region that dominates too much. Like China has had their teams that have been great. There was a Chinese team that was celebrated by the West. Wings was a team that North Americans loved, which is a pretty rare that a Chinese team is getting rooted for by North American players. Then there's also like the first team that ever won TI was Na'Vi, and Na'Vi's a Russian team. But then Russia goes however many years without winning TI because they haven't had any. And then Spirit wins it as the underdogs last year as a CIS team. And it's just like, okay, like European teams are winning here or there from all over the place. And usually the nationalities aren't just like, oh, we have 5 European players or 5 Swedish players. You know, you look at these players are from all over the place. And now we have T1, a league team, breaking in and trying to make the Korean scene play Dota a little bit. They're very good. Their first time playing in their first season, they placed top 8 at TI.
I know.
This was that team you were telling us about, right?
Mhm.
Their brand. Yeah, that's insane.
The best part about it that Blade would love, Faker is part owner of the team. Faker is literally one of the owners.
We talked about that.
Yeah, he's the one that literally like, I assume, yeah, he's the one that literally like, yo, we should get a team for Dota, haha. I want to see Koreans play Dota.
Just the competitiveness of the different countries, like you can just tell that there's like a pride in the regions. Like, oh, well, we think our region is the best. Oh, well, we think our region is the best. It is like even a team like the North Americans do kind of get shit on in comparison to the other regions, and then you also see like, oh, well, EG might get memed because they get third place a lot. But third place out of 8 to 12 teams every tournament, that's pretty good.
That's actually very good.
If you're top 3 at every tournament, it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even that where North American teams will place top 4 at TI, top 5 at TI, there's not really a huge skill gap. Even South American teams, SA Dota kind of gets memed a lot. And it's really funny. People will be like, oh, we don't want to scrim them. And then they show up at TI with their strats, and it's almost like works to an advantage for them. Like Infamous a few years ago, ending up, they were like, if you ranked and tiered teams at TI, they would fall under the we're just happy to be here. Mm-hmm. And they just started picking stuff like Riki mid, and it's just like doing like funny stuff that no one else is gonna do, and their mid's denying people mid and doing his dances and spraying on people, and it was funny. They placed top 8.
Don't those teams make a bag though? Like,
yes, if you place top 8 at TI, you're making over $1 million.
Dude, that's insane.
Definitely.
Dude, like I didn't know the price.
It's
Like
big. It's the biggest.
I didn't know the yeah. It's Dota has the biggest prize pool. It's actually insane. Millions and millions of dollars for Dota.
And it's funny because me and Steph had a conversation about this. Wow, that might be true. Man, the actual it seems like Valve doesn't really put much like into the game themselves, like
Nope.
effort to do things. Like League, I literally showed Sav yesterday. Jid and Denzel Curry were in the opening show for the League of Legends Worlds this year. Like Jid, who like not many people know who Jid is, even though he's definitely big, you know. But he's not like Kanye or Drake or like like people. It's like almost like a universal. It's like a home brand name, you know. Like most people, even like our grandmas, like they know who Drake is. You know, people know who Kanye West is for one reason or the other. And have Jid on there and Denzel Curry, it's sick. And if Valve could do something like that, like I don't know, it would be sick. I don't know.
They definitely play more into the theatrics of TI. The only thing that I'll say about Riot, what they do with League, Riot would die without League.
Yes.
Dota would,
Yes.
with Valve would be 100% fine without Dota, and that's just the sad part is that they don't need to promote and do all the
Yeah.
cool stuff that Riot does for League. Where Riot's
Yeah.
like, we're gonna make commercials, we're gonna make
Bro,
music
yes.
videos, and we're gonna get artists that everyone knows to come and perform
everyone
for
likes.
Worlds and stuff like that. They're doing all that stuff not because they have to, but because it's just like smart marketing. Dota can throw together a bunch of like coffee tables that have scratch marks on them, throw some like tablecloths over them, and just stream TI and make like billions of dollars because they'll
Yeah.
be streaming. They'll be streaming 600,000 people watching in on the European and the American servers, and then there'll be 300,000 watching the South American servers, 600,000 watching the CIS servers, and then like 1.3 million watching on the Chinese mega streaming service that's
Yes.
not on Twitch.
The Monopoly streaming
and-
service, yeah.
And David's just rolling around in $100 bills, just so rich, just out of his mind, and they didn't have to do
You know,
anything.
I never thought about that because like Twitch isn't allowed in like certain countries. I didn't even think about like all those other streaming services that they're allowed to use to watch like TI and all that. That's actually insane. The amount like probably how much revenue they're generating.
Yep.
But what you said about League, man, Riot is going to absolutely milk like League. Dude, they made a TV show out
They
of
already
League.
are.
They are. They made a TV show out of League.
A mobile
They
game.
made a mobile game.
The chessboard
they made
game.
A chessboard game and a game on Steam that like the Lich King. They have so much
We're
lore
working
in
on a fighting
League.
game too.
Yeah, and they're working on a fighting game. Like it's
The game looks
insane.
sick, though. Ooh.
Like they're just gonna milk it, and it's
So I've heard
Wow.
good things about Arcane. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that or the
Yeah, me
Dota
neither.
anime, but I've read people whose opinion on Dota I trust. They said that they were going into it looking to shit on it, and they said that it was really, really good. In fact, that they thought it was probably better. It just had better everything than Dota's Blood or the Dragon's Blood, the Dota
I'll
anime,
say
just because
Dragon's
they
Blood was
put
kind
more
of mid.
time into it, probably put more time, more money, more all these different things. I heard and read on Reddit that the Saudi prince, who has a part ownership of Netflix, is the reason why the Dota anime even happened, is because he's a huge Dota fan.
What?
And I know that to be a
Wow.
fact because he's like,
Wow.
he buys the battle pass and goes all the way to whatever
like-
the highest tier is every year and posts about it and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like it's like a meme in the Dota community that the crown prince of Saudi Arabia is
Max
really,
Battle Pass
really
tier
big
on
into
day
Dota. Yeah, he's
one,
huge
minute
into Dota.
one.
that's
Yeah.
actually pretty cool.
So I remember he was posting on Facebook about it, about how they were trying to put stuff in the works about it. So the Valve probably wouldn't have even done that if they wouldn't have been pushed into it, which is the sad part.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I
League
don't know.
sees that and they hear the cash register. So
Yeah,
Cha-ching.
like
Yeah.
yes sir, we in on
Yes,
this.
sir.
Well, here's the thing:
Uh,
the difference between Dota and League is that when you see Dota, you don't really think about the characters. But when you see League, you're like, I want to know the lore. I want to see this expanded into something, right?
I don't.
That's the.
I don't.
I
I,
don't.
genuinely
Yeah, I
don't.
don't.
I thank you.
I
I,
know.
genuinely don't, man.
Even when I
want
was
to
super
get,
into
like-
League, I don't. I don't care about the
I don't know.
characters. I'm not invested in them.
Okay.
I think they're
Okay,
cool,
maybe it's
Yeah.
different.
and they're
Yeah,
very
yeah.
like noticeable and like unique, and like if you saw that character, oh that's Katarina, oh that's Fizz, yeah that's Fizz.
You know, I feel like part of what plays into that emotion is like Katarina, for example, getting Katarina like aced for like the 10th. I don't know. No, I don't.
Like
I'm
I could
just,
not play League forever. Watch that Faker clip on Zed one time and always remember what the character's name is. Zed. Oh yeah, Zed. Yeah, Zed is nasty.
Am I allowed to say Overwatch? Are we censoring Overwatch?
Oh man.
What the?
You know,
I don't, what's
I
Overwatch?
wanted-
Who makes that?
I don't know. Some dead
Valve?
company.
I feel
What
like
company?
that is one of the few redeeming qualities of that game is that they kind of did the opposite of what you're talking about. Is that the people who play that game, they love those characters. They'll get them tattooed on them. They'll put them on their wall. They'll make them the background of their computer. They love that. People who love
Yeah, but-
Reinhardt will literally just like build giant suits of it and get up at Comic Con together and all again. They're all
I wanna
posing
rip
together.
apart Overwatch real quick. All those characters are so cookie cutter. Holy smokes!
Really? You didn't like Overwatch?
We have the ninja. We have the big guy.
I don't
we
think
have
that
the
I'm not giving a yay or nay for the game. I'm just saying that if you're talking about wanting to get people invested in their characters, the people who play Overwatch
Yeah.
are crazy.
Moon
over
with
those characters.
Roadhog was the funnest
Yeah.
thing to watch
Never
ever.
hook first.
Period.
Never hook first.
Never hook first. Yep.
It's okay
I'll
to
keep
think about
it a-
Moon Moon
Chat
starting
rules.
as a Overwatch League player, right?
I love
Such a
Moon
crazy
Moon so
thing to
much,
think about.
man. I,
He's come
I,
so far.
Sav didn't believe me. Yeah, 37-month subscriber. You're your boy. I got the pink moon.
Yeah, you're also a moderator in Arcadum's chat, right?
Whoa, wait, Arcadum? Are you talking about the guy who got canceled and still streams after all that? Oh, what he did to those people?
We talked about
No,
that.
thank
not
you.
that guy. I'm
Let's
talking
not
about the
bring
League of
that up.
Legends streamer. I'm talking about League of
The
Legends.
one with 70 viewers. That one.
Oh, the one with. Oh, he does play. What is it, Ornn? Yeah, he plays Ornn really well.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a $150. I genuinely loved Overwatch, and I was very, very sad when that game. I don't know, like I know I meme about the season 1 crap a lot. You know, season 1.
I love mirror
TI
matches. I love
winners
mirror
and
matches.
everything, but I really loved Overwatch, and I don't know. I just stopped playing it though.
What killed it was that the competitive side of it was really boring to watch.
The exact-
Yeah.
Yeah, the exact
Yeah.
opposite of what we were just talking about. Say whatever. No, as much as I want to complain about all the stuff that Valve does or doesn't do, Gaben is forever the GOAT for being the first person to come forward and be like, yeah, $1 million prize pool, put it on the table. TI won. It brought
It's a
so many
Dota.
people. It brought so many people to the scene. So many people because then good players want to go where the money's at. They don't want to go where the BS is at. They
Yup.
want to go where the money's at. And so a lot of people are like, oh well. If you look at the top esports earners of all time, in the top 20, like 18 of them are Dota players, and then like one of them is Hungry Box, and the other one's Faker. I'm pretty sure.
There's only 2 esports I like to watch, and that's Rocket League and Dota.
I love Rocket League.
Rocket League competitively to watch is
Sav
so
has,
fun.
yeah, I don't think Sav has seen like actual competitive Rocket League, but me and Wyatt got Sav to start playing Rocket League, and he's been actually enjoying it, which I think is cool. But I think Sav would freak out at some of the shit because he thinks some of the stuff Wyatt does is cool, and the stuff that Wyatt does is 100% cool. But the shit that you can even ask Wyatt, like, yeah, what they do, I don't know, you're kind of not human at that point. Like triple flip reset, double bounce off the backboard,
Yep.
redirect mid-air, like while your
Mid
camera's
triple shot.
awkward, like you have like 10 boost. Yeah, it's insane.
Oh man.
See, that's the thing though, is they have good competitive scenes, and that was the problem with, to Josh's point, Overwatch, is that the competitive scene was just terrible. I have the privilege of knowing somebody who was in a position that he could have bought an Overwatch team, and he's basically said that the money was just not into it, and if you were doing it, it was basically just going to be a fling thing. Like, you were never going to see that money again because you're not going to make anywhere near the money that you're putting into it. It's not like buying a sports team. It's not like putting into a business venture. You're going to get something back. They don't pay their players. Like, there's no real revenue coming in. Like, what are you going to get it off of, like, Overwatch sales on the team merchandise on the game? Like, no.
Oh man,
There's
you know, I
nowhere to
just
get the
realized,
money.
What?
You know, that League fighting game is gonna get into the big fighting game scene too, isn't it?
Maybe.
It's gonna get into
I
Evo
hope
and
it
everything.
doesn't.
That's gonna be so crazy. Oh, they don't need more publicity.
I want to see the Cartoon
League-
Network game at Evo.
Oh no, that's not. I'll tell you straight up. The moment that game came out, died.
The Cartoon Network game came out already?
It's been out.
Wait, really? I thought you said you want to play it.
I was gonna play it, and then I realized it died instantly. I'm waiting for the Warner Brothers game though. That one looks fire.
Wait,
Yes, the Warner Brothers game looks good. Yes.
the Cartoon
game.
Network
Which
one is
one?
garbage?
Which one? Which Warner Brother?
The Warner
It's
Brothers game is
not
going to be
garbage.
really good. It's meant to be like a 2v2 fighting game, and all of your characters are interactable with each other. So, like, if you're playing with Wonder Woman and you get sent off the screen, Wonder Woman can lasso her teammates and pull them back onto the stage. Like, there's a few characters. I think there's they had Finn and Jake. I know Jake was in the game. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the character list.
We got Batman. We got Harley. We got Bugs Bunny. We got Steven Universe characters with Garnet and Steven himself. You're gonna put Gandalf in that game. That's gonna be great.
What
They
game?
got that one Game of Thrones
This
character.
is
The Warner Brothers
The
Wait,
multiverse
Warner
Brothers
Bros.
game.
They
multiverses. Yeah.
yeah, but Warner Bros. They own Steven Universe. Wasn't that on Cartoon Network?
Yeah.
But he's in there. so I
Warner
don't know.
Brothers, HBO, and Warner Brothers are in line together. I'm pretty sure. And
You could put Rick and Morty in there.
Warner Brothers definitely has the rights to all the old Cartoon Network stuff.
What's the name of this
Really?
game?
Multiverses. It's gonna be like
Finn the Human, Jake the Dog, Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Harley Quinn, Bugs Bunny, Shaggy, Tom and Jerry, Steven Universe, Garnet, Arya Starks, and Ryan Dog.
they
Those
put
are-
Ultra Instinct Shaggy in that game. It's gonna be so crazy. He's gonna be
Yeah,
like. the
I already
Captain
saw a
Falcon.
thing where they were memeing with that, where he ate a sandwich and he went like Ultra Instinct.
That's so cool. It's like a stupid meme, but it's fantastic.
It'll be so
that they
funny. I don't
indulged in
care.
it.
I think it looks great. The fact that the all your abilities are interactable, I love that. Like Bugs Bunny can dig a tunnel, and your teammates can use it too.
Wait.
I love that.
Yo, Cartoon Network is in that's the Multiverses game.
No,
Is it? You sure? This is right here.
there's
Cartoon.
two different games.
Because the one you're talking about, I googled the 2011 like 3DS one. I wasn't talking about that one.
We're not talking. We're talking about multiverses, and then we're talking about Nickelodeon.
No, I'm not talking about Nickelodeon. I was talking about Cartoon Network.
I'm so confused.
Do you not know the difference between Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon?
My brain defaulted. What game were you talking about that has
The Cartoon Network game. The one you guys are talking about.
We're talking about the Warner Brothers game.
Yeah, but it has Cartoon Network characters in it.
Yeah, like Finn and Jake.
I literally just typed it in, and if you type in Cartoon Network fighting game, you're gonna get also the Warner Brothers multiverses thing.
Because Rick and Morty are Cartoon Network.
Yeah, but not
What?
just Rick and Morty, Steven Universes too.
No, I'm okay. I see what you're getting at, though. Yeah, it's gonna have Cartoon
Adventure
Network
Time is also
characters.
Cartoon Network. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna have in the Warner Brothers game. It's just called Multiverses.
Yeah,
and
yeah, I
it's
know.
just their IPs. It's gonna be good though. That game, because they're gonna be like a cooperative Smash game, which is gonna be cool because we haven't actually seen one of those properly yet. Like Brawlhalla is probably like the closest you can get currently.
Yeah, Brawlhalla's not that good.
It was fun though. It's just not good.
Yeah.
The game looked like ass.
I had fun
imagine,
playing
like a
it,
high
but
quality Brawlhalla. So yeah, that's what's gonna be what the Warner Brothers game is gonna be. And they're getting like big name voice actors, like the actual voice actors for it
you
too.
have a release date? 2022.
Some point next year, yeah. Very excited for that game. That game's gonna be sick.
What?
Oh, it's gonna be
something-
free. It's gonna be free to play.
Multiverses?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna buy the characters like a la League style.
Yeah. I don't know who said it, but I think something interesting is like when games are super hyped up and they like die instantly. What game were you talking about? You were talking about some game, Blade. I think you were talking about the confusing Cartoon
Like when
Network.
Nickelodeon All Stars
Yeah.
Brawl. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just I think that's actually pretty sad. Like, Overwatch 2 has been in development for like who knows how long, and the game
That
is
game
just
is never coming out. It's never been in
yeah,
development.
it's
The
It
computer
got
service.
canceled.
What
like
game? What game?
Overwatch 2. Like
Oh,
I think it's
it's still not
interesting.
out. There's nothing.
There, I mean, like it's supposed to just have a co-op. That's literally the only difference. It's supposed to have a co-op story, but with everything going on in that
You know, Blizzard
company,
getting Me Too super hard.
yeah, I don't think anything is coming out of that anytime soon. But I don't know. I just think it's interesting, like when a game is super hyped up and it just dies instantly. Like it's so sad, but like, you know,
Hype is like a double-edged blade, right? You can get a lot of
Yeah.
attention, but then people get burnt out on paying attention to something, right?
yeah, it sucks.
I used to play a lot of Overwatch. Like that game was fun. As much as I want to like the really generic characters, gameplay wise, it was just like a better TF2. I used to play a lot of TF2 until that game ruined itself. And
I think some of the
Valve
funnest
ruined it.
parts of like Overwatch was playing as Winston, just jumping around the whole entire map, just killing everybody.
Yes.
I loved that character. I loved all the tanks. All the tanks are pretty unique, like Reinhardt and you know them all, Roadhog.
classic Roadhog one-shotting people was like the most fun I had in
That was
any
gross. That was gross.
game.
Overwatch is the most classic game of people who are terrible at the game and are hard stuck in whatever their rank is, and will yell at everyone else like it's their fault when they're ranked for a reason. I was diamond on console and diamond on PC, so no real difference. But when I was diamond on PC, when I got to diamond, I got there because I was playing with my friend who was a GM player, who was basically a top 500 player on PC, and he was playing on another one of our buddies' accounts who had 600 SR. So we queued from that account being in bronze all the way to diamond, and it was the funniest thing I've ever played with in my life. Because I know my friend is basically a top 500 player, and people in bronze and silver are like, "Dude, you're this, you're that, you suck." And these guys, you check their profile, and they have
That's hilarious.
hundreds of hours on the game, and they're silver, and you're just like, bro, like we're here for a meme. Like we'll be out of this rank in 30 minutes. Like you've been here for hundreds of hours. That's crazy. I couldn't
Did
even
exactly
imagine
that in this one game called Awesome Knots, where I was just playing with all the rank ones, and they carried me all the way there too.
Yeah.
I played that game.
And then they got
Awesome
so
Knots.
cringe. They got the people in that game got so cringe.
But the game was
Remember?
Stupid fun. If they make a second version like Awesome Knots, I'm definitely on board.
Awesome Knots was fun. I'm not even gonna lie, that game was pretty fun. But that goes back to what we were talking about, like about progression and all that. Like, it's genuinely mind-boggling. Like smurfing in these games, you get these such egotistic, just hard stuck, molding, balding, everything on the list kids that swear that they know it all, and you know. 5 years playing the same game in the same elo, raging at somebody just leagues above them. It's
The coping mechanism, because I do that. I'm
It's
like, oh man,
hilarious.
that wasn't my fault. I died there. It's my teammate's fault. He wasn't covering
No,
me.
that's true. And I feel like smurfing is, I don't know, as fun as it is, because like when you're really good, it's fun as hell to like just brainlessly destroy people's hopes of ever getting that good, or maybe you inspire them. Yeah, I want to be as good as them, puggers. But I don't know. I feel like most people get mad at Smurfs. I feel like when I'm playing a game and a game that I'm not that good at, and then I play like if I'm playing Rocket League against Smurfs, I could like cry on the inside and die a little
I'm
bit.
happy you said that because I wanted to bring up Rocket League. My experience with Rocket League, because as Moses said, I'm a recent Rocket League player. I really didn't play that much, and I've just recently started playing a lot. I got to champ with like a day game time. Like, and my experience on that game is that people are so mad about their rank in that game, so salty that they'll curse at everybody in a game where you get banned 15 minutes after you say something bad. You say, "Hey man, you smell bad," and bang, you're gone for 24 hours. Like, don't even log on to the game. And people are just so mad. It's like, bro, I have like days worth of game time on here. I'm champ. You're diamond to plat. You've been playing again for like however many days of game time. Like, you gotta look in the mirror a little bit at some point. You gotta
Like,
be like, you gotta stop screaming at everybody that you play with. Stop flaming your teammates in all chat. And also, the other thing I wanted to say about Smurfs is what you're saying about Smurfs is true. But if you've ever played a game where there are Smurfs prominently, you have probably been dunked on by a Smurf at some point. And it's just like a passing of the torch. At one point you were getting dunked on, and now you're doing the dunking. That's just how it goes.
Sometimes you gut. Yeah.
I have been prostate examined by many people in Dota. When I was learning how to play Dota, I have had many a people play PA and deny in my face that, oh, no. Many times. Now I do the dunking. It's just the passing of the torch, the coming of age.
It's a rite. It's a ritual that everyone has to forego. Or
You have to earn it.
undergo.
Question mark.
You have to earn it. You don't get to, and that's kind of the thing is if you don't, if you're gonna play at a higher level of a game, like that's gonna happen. You're gonna get dunked on eventually. You're gonna plateau and run into people of your skill level eventually.
genuine question to the audience and like you guys, if you're not progressing in a game, like genuinely you spend so much time trying to get better in a game, but you're just not cutting it or just getting it, do you continue to keep playing the game? Like, I don't know, I feel like it comes to a point where if I'm playing a game for like 5+ years and I'm not getting any better, like I'm trying, like competitive is what I'm talking about, do you keep playing, or like do you just find a new game, move on? I mean, I get it.
There's a lot to that because, like, I'll say I used to be diamond in league way back in high school. Now I can't get past gold because, matchmaking. So it's like, do I keep playing and getting angry at the game, or do I quit? I quit playing because, I'm getting mad at myself. I'm getting mad at my teammates. It's a weird situation. I think there's a lot of factors to it. It's like, you could be paired up. You can have the worst luck in matchmaking and get absolute fucking morons and keep losing your MMR and everything, right? It's the worst feeling when you feel like things are out of control. Now maybe some people just never progress in skill. Like you see that a lot.
Yeah, but then again, they could just be having fun. That's what I'm trying to like. I'm trying to see both sides. Like maybe but then go play casuals.
Some
like
people are happy playing in bronze because they get their pushed in on normals.
There's
right?
multiple like steps to that. One, if you're not progressing in a game, the one thing that a really, really good Dota player I like once said, that the only constant that you can constantly get ready for in your games, the only constant in your games is you. You never know who's gonna press play Dota.
Exactly.
You never know who's gonna click that button, and that goes for every game. You never know who's gonna just decide like, oh, I want to play today, and then they're gonna go in, they're just in a game ruining trolly mood, and all of a sudden, like, the only thing that you can control is how you play. So if you can, again, the same as before, try to repeat the good and get rid of the bad, that's how you get better at a game. The other thing is that if you're having like trouble getting better at a game, or if you feel like you're plateauing in a game, one of the best things you can do is just take time away. Just take a week off the game. Take a week and have 2 weeks off the game. A lot of times you'll come back with a more fresh mental state, and you'll find yourself in a better mood, and you'll probably be able to play better. The more mental pressure and like mental stability is it's a snowball effect. And if you don't take care of that snowball, it'll just eventually get so heavy that you can't even operate. If you're going to play a game and you're just going to, like you said, you're just going to keep getting done, like, you're going to get mad. And of course, then you're going to get frustrated and you're not going to want to play anymore. That's what's going to end up happening. Just take the break before that happens. Come back in a week or two with fresh eyes.
Like I ask this question because like I feel like I got into Smite super late. Like all those years you guys told me to play, and then I finally got into it. Like Sav, we were playing like a week ago the arena games, just me and you, and we were getting some absolute like I don't know, like casual Andy gamers just getting on the game to just genuinely have fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like I really like Smite, and I'm finding that the game is kind of dead, and I'm playing with the same teammates who genuinely just don't care. They've been in the same elo for like, I don't know, God knows how long, and they're just content with it. And it's like it's super frustrating because yeah, I could take time off, I cannot play, but then I'll queue up and I'll get XX Ravon 123XX who's going 0 and 10. You know, like
To be fair though, I feel
I don't
like
know.
that the game isn't as but I feel like it's like
And I
a
like it
decent
so
population.
much.
But the thing with that game is games like that where you solo queue, it could be any game, like even like Pokemon Unite. Solo queuing is always gonna be like a roller coaster. Because it's
Such a
either
miserable experience.
you guys
Oh.
either you win hard because you like snowball so early, you can just carry your team and demoralize the other team after a certain point where they surrender, or you play these long drawn out games that you don't even know if half the people on your team are human beings on the other side of the keyboard or just like robots.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Genuinely, I ask myself exactly that question. Are these genuine human beings playing? Like, who am I playing with on the other side of the keyboard? It's hilarious.
I had a lot of those moments in Unite when I was playing with Moses. A lot of like,
Yeah.
Once I learned that they were putting bots in my matches named after actual players, I was like second guessing whether these were humans. A lot
Bro,
of the
In
time, I'm
Unite, there's a lot of people that you're just like, you're either not a real person or you're a 7-year-old kid that saw the Pikachu on the logo and you're like, let's get it.
Mom,
Bro,
it's
you're doing a lot
free.
together. You were
No,
like,
these are
yes, sir,
humans.
$3.99.
I've been telling staff to download it. It's literally you could get it on BlueStacks. You go play Pokemon Unite on your computer.
and it's actually pretty fun.
It runs well.
You just can't see your mouse, which is half the problem with that. But that's about it.
Yep. It's got good forehead, or you can use your
Interesting.
controller. Apparently, know what?
On a more, I wanted to talk about on a more positive note, since we're talking about gaming. Like, I know I met, like, I wanted to talk about like real life friendships made from gaming, if you guys don't mind.
Hey, we could
Moving
close
to
it on that.
Yeah,
That's a good way to close it.
but
Your good friend Mero. Yes, tell me and Severio and Blib all about your good friend Mero
Oh man.
and Robert.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have met Mero if it wasn't for you and Robert. What was his
Yeah.
name on Xbox?
Roberto. Dang, I forget his name.
Don't even know. Genuinely don't even remember.
No, he always put Rod, like something like that, like Rod Robert, something like that, Robert. But yeah. Just doxed him, but yeah.
It's okay. He doesn't even play Xbox anymore.
Yeah, I know. I still
anybody-
talk to
I
him
think-
on Instagram.
Yeah, he's a he's a towing man in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Me, yeah.
Florida man.
It's actually pretty funny. He was like pulling a little Fiat out of a huge lake at like 2 in the morning, and I messaged him like, "What are you doing?" You know, Florida people.
Yes, Florida people.
Yes, Florida people.
Florida man.
Can you tell us one thing that you've heard on local news and near at least in Florida that you may have seen or overheard your parents talking about, whether it's on TV or your parents talking about it, that's happened in the past week that surprised you?
No, but if you want to make that a recurring segment, that where I find something like a new segment or something,
Florida
from
man
Florida man,
segment.
Florida man does this, Florida man or woman does this,
Floor
man.
man tries to steal
I'm very
Taco
down.
Bell tacos through pants.
There's usually something about an alligator.
Oh no, that was it was in Florida. They found a huge someone shit in the freezer at like a grocery store. There's a huge shit on like a Tostitos pizza roll box.
There's no shot.
I don't
There's
believe
absolutely
that.
no shot that happened.
There is no way that's real.
Yo, I'm buying that pizza roll and I'm suing them for like, I got
It
super
is
sick. I got
Alleged
super sick
pizza
from
roll pooper apprehended after Oklahoma grocery store incidents. Okay, it was in Oklahoma.
it. I mean, but
Yeah,
you could say
Florida people are above that, okay?
Yeah.
They don't shit in freezers at the store. That's a good story.
No, but dude, Robert. Because of Robert, I met Latif. I'm in Latif's Discord still.
That's
Like we still
yeah.
play. Like Latif loves Dota. It's funny how it's come full circle. They used to try to get me to play Dota. Now I play. And that's why I have on my Dota account. It says I played like in 2000. I'm sure Sav saw. It says I played Dota my first game in like 2012 or 2013, something like that.
Funny, back before the Reborn update.
Yeah, I even had like the blood shard that you got for inviting people to play Dota.
Yep.
Yep, I have that.
And it doesn't do anything anymore. It just like says it like pulses or resonates with the energy of before or something like that.
And like it's come full circle. Like where I actually I like Dota. I want to play it, but it's like such a commitment to like to be consistent with playing Dota.
Yeah,
you need to
It's
play
fun,
it
but it's just a
lot.
commitment to like consistently play it.
I was gonna say this the way that Josh was talking about Smite. The reason why I feel like I've been fortunate with the way I play Smite is because I never took it too seriously. Like the moment that I took really seriously was Dota. So Smite was always just kind of like, even if we were playing ranked, it was always just like semi-casual to me, and because of that, it was easy to get better at because I wasn't taking it too seriously. I feel like it's really easy to forget that games are supposed to be fun. And if you're not having
100%.
fun, like it's not just about progressing. Like not everything is about proving to yourself that you're the man.
yeah. I didn't mean to sound like
If you're not having fun,
yeah.
like you should not be playing the game.
I didn't mean to come off like that, but yeah, I could see that.
No, there's not. I didn't take. I take month periods off of playing Dota. I have played probably 3 games of Dota in the last like 4 or 5 months.
One
It
of them
doesn't
was with
mean
me.
that I don't- Yeah, it's just not. Sometimes it's just like if you're not having fun, and if it's not something that you want to do, don't do it. If you're not doing something, if you are having fun, like that's when you'll find out. That's when you'll find you're doing the best. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Is I got good at Smite, and we all got good at Smite because we weren't taking it crazy seriously. We were just playing together, and then after we played together like a lot, I feel like we like Moses was saying, we rinsed kids in Joust because me and Moses and Wyatt have played so many Joust games together. We just know how we're gonna play.
Exactly.
Like it's more of a chemistry thing at this point, you know. As long as we're not getting insanely bad matchups, we're gonna rinse people 95% of the time because we just have played more games together.
As long as
And
you
then
don't get
also-
Thoth, Hercules, and the Morgan.
Man, the more like Morgan Le Fay, F that god. You remember those arena games like a few hours ago, shooting her spells from across the map, but we won't get back into that. I'll get tilted.
Blade, anything you want to say?
I'm good. It all got out there.
But well, thank you guys for watching. We'll try to stay consistent with this because it's honestly, I don't know, I've been having fun with this. Unfortunately, Turtle Duck couldn't be here. It's weird that I didn't say that, huh? I don't
did
think
say that at
did
the
I?
start.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
you did at the beginning.
he's like
You mentioned that
he's like
not doing so
really
well right
really
now.
sick. So and he has COVID and feels bad, man. I
Yeah,
hope he feels better. But yeah, next time
he's
hopefully.
vaccinated, so he's not gonna die.
Yeah.
Most likely.
He'll be
Yeah.
good. He got the
He'll be-
booster shot. He'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully he'll be here for the next episode. He's gonna be mad that he missed the anime, but it's okay.
There'll be plenty more episodes to talk about anime.
Exactly.
Maybe in the few coming months, I'll pick up a few more animes and I'll have more to say on that topic.
Josh will
Yeah.
watch a little more of the Natsuro.
Yeah, the Natsuro, and the what's the Blanche? Oh, Bleach. Yeah, that one too. Yeah.
Launch.
And the Piece One or
Blanche.
One Piece.
Yeah, piece of Treasure
One
Cruise.
Punch.
Treasure Cruise. Yeah.
And my Devil Fruit or
Yes.
I don't
All
know.
of that. We'll catch you in the next episode. But you can't wait to hear more about Josh's love for the One Piece.